All right, Juice. We're back.
We are.
You know, I haven't been saying the last few times, hey, this is the Hidden Threads podcast.
Oh, why not?
But it has a title on the page and stuff so that people get it. People are smart. Oh, you gave me the look. He gave me the look, like they're not. All right, so we always start out with nonsensical stuff before we get to the real topic.
Right.
Let's talk about the new mayor of New York. I always call him a communist.
You mean the terrorist?
Right. The guy that says he's going to have state-owned grocery stores. He's going to take over real estate.
Minimum wage is going to be $30 an hour.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
How's that possible?
He can't. Even the governor said that ain't happening.
So the funny thing about New York, the city, all their laws, they have a rule there that the governor has to approve all their, whatever the city comes out of the city council because of the dirt from over the years, right? The bad stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Mondami read those rules, if he got that far in the rule book yet or not. But
well, there's no reason for him to get that far in the rule book because he wanted to get those votes.
Right. You got Hochul, who's the governor now. She's a Democrat, but she's not far extreme. You know what I mean? So she's dumb, but she's not extremist.
Correct.
You got Stefanik now. She's running against her, the Republican, which it looks like she's going to win based off the polls. So that's not going to work out good because Stefanik is a right-wing, staunch right-wing Republican.
He's going to have a little bit more of a difficult time at this point.
Right. She's from out West New York where the normal people live.
Yeah.
So is that appropriate to say, Juice?
Yeah, for us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've known a lot of people from out west in New York, and they're just rednecks like us.
Yeah.
They just sound funny.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, what do you think about Mamdani? You think this is real, or do you think he'll last for 8 years? What do you think?
I don't know if he's going to last at all. I mean, he got elected, and within 24 hours, everybody started finding out, oh, he can't do what he said he was going to do.
Right.
No kidding.
Here's what bothers me about that. All right. You can be middle of the ground, Democrat. I don't care. But he's an extremist, man.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's a Muslim, which you can be Muslim, but don't try to change this to Sharia law. Right?
No, because that's not happening on my doorstep.
It doesn't. Islam does not fit into a democratic republic.
No.
But if you can do it at your house and don't bother me, fine.
No,
so
it's an extreme political ideology.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, how he got elected was women between the age of 20 and 40.
Yes.
80%
lied through his teeth.
80% of those women voted. My wife was shaking. It's like, how's this possible?
Because your wife can think.
Right. You know, she's been between the age of 20 and 40 before.
Right.
She's not now, but anyway, I don't know. I was kind of stunned at that. You know, he's like, free this, free that, free everything. Nothing's free.
Yeah. No. Somebody's going to pay for it.
Municipalities don't produce anything.
No, nothing.
They produce taxes.
Yes.
And paying for you to try to do stuff. It's just another layer of bureaucracy to get through to do things.
But I don't understand. I think America has gotten dumber.
Right. They watch news and TikTok for their stuff.
I don't even think they watch the news. It's just TikTok and hearsay.
12-second videos, man.
Yeah.
12-second drive-bys.
What are they called? Reels?
Yeah, Reels.
Reels.
That's Facebook, I think.
I don't know.
Shorts is YouTube.
Yeah.
I do all those. I put stuff on all those, but I don't sit and watch them all day.
No, but that's where they get their information. It's like the blind leading the blind, like Jasmine Crockett.
Oh, my Lord. Did you see her yesterday?
Yeah.
She was saying...
Jeffrey Epstein. She
was saying a person named Epstein.
Yeah.
What a crook.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. All right. So you don't think Mamdami's a good governor? Or mayor, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I'm going to have to wait to go to Broadway now till he's not the mayor anymore.
Oh, yeah, because you're a show tunes guy.
Oh, yeah. I love plays, especially musicals.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my mother.
Just makes me want to sing and dance.
How's that go? Hello, my baby.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Oh, yeah.
All right. Sure, man. We're going to get into this. It has nothing to do what we are talking about.
It never does.
But we got an important one today. I want to pull it up here. It's in Alabama, and it has to do with Daniel Williams. Is it Staton or Staton?
I think it's Staton.
Staton Prison here in Alabama. This article we're going off of was written November 8th, 2024. So the end of last year, right? So this young man, it says on the news article, the headline says, after investigation, no criminal charges in the torture and homicide of Daniel Williams at Staton Prison.
There's so much wrong with that.
We're going to get into this, and you're going to be, how? So I'm going to read a little bit, and then we'll talk about it.
All right.
Daniel Terry Williams, 22, was likely smothered to death a year ago on Saturday, according to the state's chief medical examiner. And there was evidence on his body that corroborate that witnesses have said he was his kidnapping and torture over a period of several days inside Staton Correctional Facility. He died the day he was set to be released from prison. He was on a 1-year deal, okay, which you can recover from. 1 year, come out, clean your life up, get over it, right? Despite witnesses who saw Mr. Williams being held against his will in a secure prison staffed with officers, and despite clear medical evidence pointing to a homicide and a suspect identified, that suspect has not been charged in Mr. Williams' death. To date, no one has been criminally charged in connection with his death. Okay, this is a very controlled space, prison, right?
Absolutely.
I don't know much about Staton Prison. I know where it is, but I don't know. I've never been in there and seen the setup.
Neither have I.
I've been in Donaldson, which is big and gigantic, down in Birmingham, and I've been in St. Clair, which is big, and I've been in that crappy one down in Wetumpka. It's like a work release camp.
Yeah,
that thing is awful. It's like, I think it was like the first prison in Alabama. That thing's terrible. But
I've been in several in Florida. Mm-hmm. I've been in several in South Carolina. Mm-hmm. I've been on medical facilities, worked death row. So I know those. Mm-hmm. I don't know Alabama DOC though.
Right. I've been around some of these. I haven't been in all of them.
Yeah.
I've been in Florence. That's or Limestone. That's a old one too. It's like separate pods all over the place, but I mean, it's real old. Anyways, so this kid was in Staton Prison. I don't know much about it. In a prison system where frequent violent deaths are common, the homicide of Mr. Williams stood out for a number of reasons. He was serving a short sentence for a minor crime. He was scheduled for release within days. His torture over a prolonged period went undetected for days. And his assailant had a long record of institutional violence that went unaddressed. And now it appears no one will be held accountable for this young man's suffering and death. Okay. So I know that it's like in Alabama, it's like 200 inmates to one officer is the breakdown, which is
pretty common,
which is not good.
Right.
What's the number supposed to be? Like 20 to 1?
What it's supposed to be doesn't matter because it's never going to be that. Mm-hmm. Corrections facilities are so understaffed. It's ridiculous.
Right. Okay. But there should be a walk around somewhere saying, hey, why's this kid tied up in this bunk?
Well, you should be doing cell checks.
Right.
So when I worked DOCs, I never stayed at the officer station. Mm-hmm. I was in the pods or in the cell blocks, and I was talking with inmates. I was looking in rooms.
Community policing.
Yeah.
In the jail, right?
Yeah. And they really hate when you're in there. They don't want you in there.
Well, it messes with their business.
Exactly.
With this, all the note passing and the drugs and the whatever.
Yeah.
Also, you weren't in the take either. So
no,
plenty of the correction officers are.
There are several that I know have gotten in trouble for supplying inmates with stuff or providing sexual favors or.
So this situation could have been a deal where that officer on that block could have been like, this is on a pod system, I think.
Could have been
like a barracks, right?
Yeah.
You think it was an officer where they said, "Hey, bro, turn your eye." They had him. They owed him some money, or they had a deal going on. He turned a blind eye to it.
It's very possible, very possible, because there's inmates and officer relationships like that it happens.
Right. What's the benefit for a correction officer to being on the take, where they're helping out inmates?
Money.
So the gang on the outside is paying them?
Family members.
Okay. Right.
So you can bring in contraband and the family members will pay you
for making life easy
on that inmate.
On Billy in jail or whatever. So okay. I get it now. I've never been a corrections officer either.
There's some that provide sexual favors for the officer. For
like the female side or vice versa.
Both.
The homosexual relationships as well. So,
but they'll use that for that officer to bring in contraband, weapons, drugs, all kind of stuff. Tattoo machines, tattoo ink. I mean, you name it. If they want access to it, there's a way to get access to it.
Right. Okay. Back to the article here. It says the case involving the death of Daniel Williams was investigated by the I&I division of DOC, which is, I guess, I don't know what one of those investigations.
That's more like internal affairs.
Internal affairs. Wrote the 19th Judicial Court Circuit District Attorney C.J. Robinson in response to Appleseed last week. I'm not sure who these people are, but we'll roll with it. Everybody, Mackie here with ShadowNet Investigations. I'm the lead investigator, and I'm here to let you know that we conduct premium digital forensics. Whether you're looking to recover deleted data from phones, tablets, computers, you name it, give us a call, and we can help you out in recovering that data. Or if you think you're hacked, we have the tools and expertise to help you figure out who's hacked you and to find out how it happened, whether you need help with any digital forensic situation, recovering deleted data, hacking situations, or any questions you have about digital forensics, give us a call, 866-910-7499. That's a free consultation at 866-910-7499, or visit us at shadownetdigital.com. He referred the ADOC's Law Enforcement Services Division as I&I, which is the abbreviation of the division's former name, the Investigations and Intelligence Division. That's what it stands for.
Right.
The completed case file was submitted to the 19th Judicial Court DA's office several weeks ago and presented to the first available grand jury in Elmore County. We'll talk about that. After hearing the details of the investigation, the grand jury determined there was insufficient probable cause to issue an indictment, Mr. Robinson said. Okay. Elmore County is dirty. I'll say it right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they are.
On some stuff, and they are dirty.
Yes.
Okay? From the county all the way down to the lowest city cop in Wetumpka, they are dirty.
Yes, they are.
You've dealt with them a little bit, right?
Yes, I have.
In Mr. Williams' case, the grand jury had the opportunity to hear from investigators and review any video footage before being presented with 3 possible offenses to indict on murder, manslaughter, or criminally negligent homicide, Mr. Robinson told Appleseed. So they couldn't come up with one of those 3 after a kid was bound for days in a controlled environment and tortured to death.
That's why if there's a violent felony committed, a violent crime committed inside a correctional facility, that agency should not have control of their own investigation.
They should have brought in the state, or
they should have brought in DOJ.
Yeah, they could have helped with that. Right?
Yes.
And DOJ has no connection to that whatsoever.
Nope.
They'd have been like, hey, this is a straight up investigation.
Exactly.
And took care of it, right?
Now, you have daily stuff, inmate assault, stuff like that.
Yeah, fights all the time.
You deal with that. But if it's something where an inmate lost his life, absolutely full transparency, pull an independent agency in to do the investigation.
Right. That's what the FBI is there for, right? So
exactly.
They help out with these kind of things.
Yeah.
Especially when somebody's dead. That's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Robinson also shared that if additional evidence over witnesses surfaced that might change the grand jury vote, he would consider representing the case, which is something he had done in the past. It said he had diffuse abrasions and contusions on his upper extremities that may be defensive in nature. You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Edward Reedy, the chief medical examiner for the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences, conducted the autopsy, and his report includes details of Mr. Williams' tragic last few days. He said, there's evidence of ligature restraint on the decedent's ankles and contusions on various locations that are also suggestive of manual restraint. Mr. Reedy wrote in a report also noting there were multiple abrasions and contusions at varying states of healing. Okay. And diffuse abrasions and contusions on his upper extremities that may be defensive in nature. The cause of death was probable asphyxia due to smothering. Okay. So he had different wounds that were early on, before this.
This was ongoing. This didn't just happen.
This kid was having a miserable lifetime in jail, right?
Right. So
you got experience in the prisons. Why would a kid have an experience like this in prison? What would cause some causes of that?
Because he was weak.
Weak? Okay. You think he owed him something?
Could have.
They said it might be over $800.
He could have been paying protection money and then said, I don't have any more.
Got behind. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's so many different reasons why this assault inmate on inmate assaults happen.
Okay.
But I don't think, he was he didn't have a big stretch. He had 1 year.
Right.
So whatever he was convicted of wasn't all that bad. It's not like, he killed his girlfriend and his girlfriend's mother and drove him around in a car trunk for 3 days.
Right. We've had those before.
Yeah.
Right? So now this is the executive director, Carla Crowder, addressed the committee in December 20th. This is the committee that's reviewing this, right?
Right.
She said the 38-year-old suspect in this kidnapping, rape, and torture was involved in 9 instances of sexual assault, rape, and stabbing since 2017 in Alabama Department of Corrections while incarcerated. So why was he locked down in his own little cell?
Because you can only lock somebody down for so long. State
rules or whatever?
Right.
Okay.
But this whole, again, we said this before, the totality of the circumstances. Mm-hmm. This is another reason why somebody, the spidey senses should have been tingling and an outside agency should have done this investigation.
Right. And also she said there's no documentation that he was placed in segregation for any of these assaults, and there was no disciplinary action by it. Somebody needs to, an executive needs to be fired over this.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're just letting this stuff slide by, you know?
Yeah.
He said his classification summary showed a 5-year clear record of institutional violence, which resulted in a perfect score of 0 in risk assessment conducted in October, and a total score low enough for him to be placed in medium security in an open bay dorm. The psych associate signed off on this, and the warden signed off on this. Ms. Crowder told the committee 9 days later, 22-year-old Daniel Williams was found, according to ADOC, unresponsive in this inmate's bed.
So let me translate some of that, where he said, he wasn't in trouble for 5 years. He was trouble free. That means he had a war daddy or war mama, or he just didn't get caught.
So tell me what a war daddy is.
So war daddy is, if you're an inmate, if you're a snitch, or you get a good report with an officer, that officer will speak on your behalf saying, no, I don't think he did it, and look out for you.
Okay.
Now, I had inmates that worked for me that, there was one, Stanley, great kid. He really was. He was an inmate. But if he would get hit with a small infraction, I would go speak on his behalf to whoever wrote it and say, hey, man, cut him a break. This is what we're doing.
Right.
And I would tell him, hey, look, he's working for me, or, you know, he did this, so let's cut him a pass on this one. Kind of like, he cut in the commissary line.
Right.
So he gets written up. Dude,
not a violent thing.
Yeah.
So.
Get rid of the commissary write-up, dude. You know, he cleans the pod for me. You know, he does everything I ask him to do, and he never complains. So just because they said this guy had no violent infractions in 5 years, it's just that one, either somebody stuck up for him and got it dismissed, or he just didn't get caught. You don't change overnight like that.
Right.
It doesn't happen.
Right. Okay. So I'll see what that is now. Now, his mother is suing, obviously. You know,
I would.
1-year deal, man, and this kid dead on his day. He's getting out.
Yeah,
you think it was planned?
He got a death sentence.
You think it was planned?
Absolutely.
They're just going to throw it in his parent, his loved one's face.
Yeah.
They should have been picking him up at the gate and look. He's dead.
Oh, they picked him up at the gate.
They got a dead body, right?
Yeah.
So his mother said that Daniel died from his injuries on the day he was set to be released from Staton. To those who mourn his loss with us, we thank you for your comfort, and we love you and have shown us during these difficult times. To all others, we ask that you grant our family privacy pending the full outcome of this matter. We ask that you direct any and all inquiries to their attorney. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is a sad deal, man. This kid, he may have got involved in something in prison, but I think there was too many blind eyes turned inside the jail, because they're saying this is a kidnapping. How do you kidnap somebody in the same building?
It's because you won't let them out.
You're restraining them, right?
It's false imprisonment.
Right. And nobody spoke up and said, hey, this is happening. Inmates aren't going to say anything, are they?
Some inmates will.
Okay.
Most of them aren't going to say anything.
They just go about
they're doing their time,
playing cards or whatever. So
yeah. And you'll hear sometimes inmates will get up and go look, see what's going on. And one of the and there's a difference between an inmate and a convict. But you'll hear a con in there go, hey man, do your time. In other words, shut your face, close your eyes, shut your ears, and get over here. Don't put your nose where it don't belong.
You're going to get in. It's going to be next.
Because you're going to get jammed up and all that.
Right. Because you're going to be talking to the investigators. They're going to be say you're a snitch, and it's over after that. Right. So,
but it's disturbing. Your job as the CO is the security, custody, and care of an inmate. And I hate to say, regardless of what crime they did, I don't care if they're a pedophile, I don't care if they're a murderer, I don't care if they're in there for bad checks or being a bail humper for, dope runners. they're all inmates. You treat them all the same. You be firm, fair, and consistent. Somebody wasn't doing their job for that kid, period.
Right.
Somebody or some people were very neglectful for probably an obvious reason.
It looks like it went on for maybe a year, maybe a few months. I don't know, but it went on for a while. It didn't just happen that day. So.
No.
But they will get to the bottom of it eventually. I hope this family gets a payout from the state.
I hope so. I hope
they're not going to get their boy back. But,
no, which should never happen.
Right. But all right. I want to hear see what y'all have to say about this. But we're going to end it now, and we'll be back with another topic soon.
What do you say? You got to subscribe, comment,
all those things.
Yeah,
and say bye, Jews.
And bye, Jews.